Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. So this video is my new weekly watch list. This is put out every Sunday, and it is, what I notice for the week ahead. I'm going to go over all the, key economic news that we have this coming week. Past week's news that happened with the Fed and Powell and, the dovish stance that has been so tremendous for the market. And I'm going to go over, some interesting earnings plays for this week. Now, it's not a heavy earnings week. That's kind of in the past, but there are some great companies that have their earnings. We're going to go over all of that. We're going to go over my watch list from last week that was absolutely knocked out of the park. In my watch list last week, my video on Sunday, I had said I notice that there could be a rotation back into all the reopening plays. All the reopening stocks that got just beaten down, the airlines, the cruise lines, the casino stocks, the gambling stocks, all of those companies, I came on here on Sunday and I said their charts using technical analysis are setting up really, really well for the coming week. And that is exactly what happened. So I put that video out on Sunday. If you want to go back and look, you can. I'm going to also keep those stocks on the watch list. They are still good for this week also. The rotation was real. And then on Wednesday of this week, Morgan Stanley comes out. Now, I don't know if he was watching my video, Morgan Stanley. They said everybody should be buying the rotation into the reopening stocks, the stocks that were beaten down. This could be a good time to buy. So I beat Mr. Morgan Stanley by 3 days. So anyway, just a little humor there, a little fun. But these videos are made with a tremendous amount of research that I do over the weekend, and all of this is for free. So, maybe if you enjoy the content and maybe if you learn something, hit the thumbs up for the video. That is the greatest repayment that you can give me for the research that I'm doing for you guys. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers, and seeing the seeing everybody in Discord and doing really well is what gives me the energy to keep doing this and providing this awesome information for you guys. So hit the thumbs up. It takes 2 seconds. So here we go. I'm going to start off with showing some of the stocks that we saw on my video on Sunday, just so we can see a little bit of context of what I am talking about. So let's pull up my watch list. I just changed the dates to this week, but this was my watch list. Now I added a few stocks for this week I'll go over, like I said, but this was my watch list from last week. Look at this. Video was made here, and then look at this move. Tremendous moves on all of these, breaking out of the technical analysis that I did on Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful breakouts of basically every single level. I mean, we could go down the list here. American Airlines had a nice bounce. Penn had a look at this beautiful bounce. So, all the stocks have been responding really, really well. Norwegian Cruise Lines, we made the video right here. It was touching this bottom trend line that I had shown on Sunday. We already went to profit, to take profit. I mean, just incredible, stocks here on the watch list. And they are still very relevant. Now, since we had such a nice move, the rotation, it's not over, but we are at all-time highs, not with these stocks, right? There's still way more room to run on these stocks. That's why I love them so much. They were so beaten down. Why didn't anybody like them down here? Well, that's when we should be buying, right? And that was the whole point of my video last Sunday. So anyway, these are still very, very much, still in favor by me. Now, we're here at resistance with Norwegian Cruise Lines. If we can break this clear level, then why can't we go back to highs? There's no reason why we can't. Now, a lot of these stocks are the same way. They're all like that. Now, that was last week. I'm going to show the stocks that I added and why I added them in a second. But what I want to show now is basically just, let me see here. Hang on one second. I just want to show the economic calendar for this coming week. So here we go. I wrote it down right here. This is the stuff that we should be looking at, for the coming week as far as potential market moving type of data. Now, I don't think that the stuff here has enough market moving potential after the Fed chairman just came out and basically said exactly what investors wanted to hear. They're going to be very dovish. He's not raising rates anytime soon. He made that very clear, and they are going to eventually start to taper, right? By the end of the year, they should start to taper their bond buying and their mortgage security buying, the treasury buying. They will start to taper. But that was already known in the market. Now, what he did say was we're not going to rush the tapering. Simple words like that are just so great to hear. So, while I think that was a lot, on Friday when he talked to move markets, right? I don't think that this stuff, and even the jobs report this Friday, it may move the market a little bit, but the big market moving event kind of already happened last week. So, this is just for you guys to know what to watch, what to look for. So that's that. And then I just want to show you guys something that I find pretty interesting. Okay. Right here, hopefully you guys can see, I'm going to try to maybe just point some things out here. This up here is the S&P 500, this chart right here. This is the whole year going way back of price action. Each one of these candles is 1 day. You can see that we're on a consistent uptrend with the S&P 500. Very clear. Now, what this line is right here, that line is the advanced decline line. So how many stocks advance versus how many stocks decline. And that is basically was trending up until 11 weeks of flat, just flat, not going up, not going down, this advanced decline line. But during this 11 weeks here, the market has gone up. So this is a good market breadth type of thing. What that means is the stock market, right? The S&P 500, and down here is the NASDAQ. So you have, a straight up with the NASDAQ, but you have a declining advanced decline line, which is really, really interesting. Now, the NASDAQ composite, this index here, a third of that index is basically made up of 6 of the big tech stocks. So while you have advanced decline with the stocks, you have 6 stocks basically carrying the market to all-time highs. Now, what this shows, and I'm just going to erase some of this stuff. What this shows is it's potentially, now, this is kind of like a bearish indication. When you see an advanced decline line going down and you see the market going up, that means that the market breadth is not, it's not very good. It's not all encompassing. It's just, a few stocks are basically making the market go up. So we're going to want to make sure that those stocks are, hang on one second. We're going to want to make sure that those big stocks continue, going up, or we can see, a top of a market. You don't like to see this type of, advanced decline line going down like that. So that's just something that, I think everybody should be aware of. It's the advanced decline line. Keep it on watch at least. It's something interesting to take notice to. And it's interesting because if you have a few stocks that are making the market go straight up like this, and it's not covering the whole market, is it artificially going up, or are some of those stocks that haven't joined yet eventually going to join and actually make the market just go even higher? So this is just something that I find interesting. I don't know. I like technical analysis. I like chart reading. I like this type of data. It's not for everyone, but the advanced decline line is definitely something that traders keep an eye on. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. So now let's just get to the stocks that I am adding. These stocks, now Simon Property Group, this is, this was on our watch list from last week. This stock owns all like malls, shopping malls, and big properties that manage these big mall operations. Now, if you think that the economy is reopening and these stocks are going to continue to do well, which I do, I heard that lines at some of these malls for the stores are literally wrapped around, they're just doing really well. And a lot of these malls have restaurants in them. They've all been doing well. And what Simon Property Group did, which I found really interesting, and that's why I'm bringing it up for 2 weeks in a row here, they actually just raised their dividend by 15%. Okay. So basically, if you own shares by the 9th of September, you will be able to get their dividend that I think they pay out on September 30th. So if you're a shareholder before the 9th of September, you can benefit from that dividend getting raised by 15%. Now, them raising their dividend and their earnings being really, really good, it just shows that their business is doing really well. Now, that's why I like this stock a lot. So a couple of the ones that we're adding. So AVGO, this is Broadcom. They have earnings on this Thursday. Now, they're expecting 27% earnings per share growth, 16% sales growth. And you kind of have, the move I wouldn't say it happened already, but you definitely could have entered right here for a very low risk entrance off a trend line. Now, this is still an extremely bullish chart, a beautiful chart, and with their earnings coming up on Thursday, if they blow earnings out, which, these chip makers have been killing it, this can very well finally break this very, very clear line here and go absolutely bonkers. So this one should be on our list. That's why it's on my watch list. Crowdstrike, another beautiful company, another great stock. It's in the best, marketplace. Everybody needs security and, cybersecurity, stuff like that. They're in the right business right now. The only problem is now they have earnings on Tuesday. Listen to this craziness. They're expecting 200% earnings per share growth, 62% revenue growth. Well, we already broke what we couldn't break. This was a monster move. What I would do before I chased this, before earnings, now who knows what's going to happen, but their earnings are, their earnings are Tuesday. If we can somehow get back a little bit of a retracement for a good entrance, this could be a really good one. If their earnings do what the estimates are suggesting, and if they raise their guidance for years coming up down the road, which I think they probably will, then you can see this stock really take off. So that's why Crowdstrike is on my watch list. Now, Docusign, just another wonderful, wonderful company. Absolutely killed it during COVID. Everybody was signing their documents and their contracts on Docusign. It was it actually still is. It's a great platform. A lot of companies now have subscriptions to Docusign. This stock is not going anywhere. It's a company that's not going anywhere. People will continue to use this business. Their earnings are Thursday. Now, get this. Their earnings per share growth is 135%. Their revenue growth is 43%. Let's see on Thursday what their earnings report looks like. But why can we not think that we can't make new all-time highs? We're currently sitting at 300. We just need to get up past 315 to be all-time highs. It has made a massive move already, though. We have to be aware of these kind of things before earnings. Now, I wish we kind of got into these a little bit earlier. They have made huge moves. I get that. But these are just, stocks that have their earnings this week that will definitely be on my watch. But they are extended, unfortunately. So ZIM, another one that I just added to my watch list. It's a shipping company, excuse me. This is a shipping company. These shipping companies, especially during this time of the year, are just killing it. They are making insane money. The amount of consumption for consumer goods right now is through the roof. I do not see why a company like this, and this is an Israeli-based company, huge shipping capabilities, why this cannot continue to go up. Now, we broke this right here. This is a nice cup, and it's forming a bit of a handle. Now, this is a very small handle, Okay. Normal handles would be way more days than this, but let's just see what happens since we did already break this area here of resistance. So, this is going to be one that is obviously on my watch list. Now, my last one to go over, ASO. I absolutely love this company. It is a stock that has really traded very nicely with the technicals, right? I mean, it's bounced at these trend lines. It has, it's forming a cup here with like a little bit of a handle. It pulled back a little bit. It breached a little bit of this, all-time highs, and then it got scared. It came back down. This is a company that has earnings coming up, I believe, right here. It's September 9th, right? Yeah, September 9th are their earnings. What you have to be aware of is this is a Dick's type of store, right? Not yet, sort of the same. It sells tons of outdoor, camping, sports, guns, all this type of stuff. And they have been destroying the game, okay? They're making so much money. And this is a recent IPO from last year. I think it IPO'd down here in October and has gone nothing but up. This is a great, great company. So, unfortunately, we're up here at resistance. So we have to wait and see what we do here before earnings on the 9th. But every other company has been that are selling, consumer discretionary type of, goods and these type of stores. Well, their earnings have been monstrous. So I'm expecting the same from ASO. So who knows? It is a nice looking chart. We'll see if we can somehow consolidate a little bit before the earnings. And maybe if they are really good, we can break through to all-time highs. So I think that's it for me, guys. A lot of information in there. Yes, I know the video is probably really long. I feel like I'm out of breath, like I've been talking for a long time. So I hope that you got some value out of this weekly watch list video. Hit the thumbs up for me. And, hopefully we do well this week. I'm excited about the week. I always get really pumped about the upcoming week. I love Mondays. It's just a great day. The stock market is open, and we'll see what we do with all our picks here. So that's it. I'll see you guys back on the next one. Take care.